45 minutes. There's my water. Let me grab that. Boom. Water. Always a good thing to have. All right. We're here. Hopefully, there we go. Perfect. Cool. My computer's in. So now I should be able to see chat once that starts rolling. And yeah, after that, we should be good to go. Let's see. Blurry, what's up? Welcome back to another stream. How are you doing? Oy. My computer needs to load the live chat so I can actually see everything. Just trying to see it off my phone. Quite difficult without my actual glasses on. Blurry, you're doing good. How am I doing? I am doing quite well. We're on the upswing with recovering from sickness, so that's always a great thing. It's always a great time. But yeah, we had a good day at work. Even though it was supposed to be my day off, I went in to help out. So we're pretty much caught up with most of the important things. So that's good. And tomorrow starts my official days of work in a row that I'm supposed to normally work. So I typically work Friday through Monday. And the past 3 days, I've just been there helping out just because we needed some help. So the next 3 days should be pretty smooth sailing. And yeah, besides that, overall, everything else has been pretty good. So we're finally starting to come out from being down, and it's going well. Good, that's good. Yes, I think it is good as well. Not as sick anymore? No, not as sick anymore. You might even be able to hear in my voice. My voice is majorly back to how it typically tends to sound. I would say I'm probably not as hoarse in my voice, but I'm still not going to try and push anything in terms of like talking for extreme amounts of hours. Very luckily, the past few days at work, just because I'm not normally there, I've been able to just kind of like hide away and just work on some things without having to necessarily talk that much. So I think it's given my voice plenty of great time to recover, as well as not singing in the car as I normally do, well, not really two, but on my way home from work. Not doing that, I think, has also helped out quite a bit. Carvana, what's up? Lori, you've noticed that I'm not coughing a bunch too. I know, right? See, we're on the upswing. I still have been coughing, and at some point I probably will, just because, well, it's natural, but also just the fact that I'm still recovering. But yeah, it was probably not nearly as bad as it has been. And if it is, it's not going to happen as often. So that's also pretty good, in my opinion. Where you're going to get your partner in here today for more people in chat. Well, I appreciate that, but you can just show them how random and wild this chat can get, because I don't know, at some point it may start going crazy. Well, usually there's a few like things that almost always get brought up. We've almost made the joke of some of the people that are normally here in my streams that I could make a bingo card of things that are almost always going to happen every single stream whenever I'm right in this exact position. And so, hey, maybe we'll get to make bingo tonight. We'll see. We'll see. No. Or you told him that he has to be chill and not start anything as a pre-warning. What do you mean? What does that mean? Like, explain that. you had to tell him to chill and not start anything. What do you why? What would he have done? Like knock off the handle if we do get one of those people in here? Interesting. Okay. MM, we were not talking about tennis. You brought it up. Shadow, what's up? How are you? You're doing good. Very nice to hear. I'm doing excuse me. I am doing good as well. I am recovering from sickness, but we're getting ready to just like get better. We're seeming to be on the latter half of it, so we're almost done, almost back to full health. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been battling that for like the past week, but my voice is so much better than what it was. And yeah, I'm still not gonna try and over push it though, so that's why we're only doing a 45-minute stream tonight. But we're very close to being back to here and back to being where we want to be. Totally. You're not that bad. You're the boyfriend, by the way. Well, nice to meet you. Totally. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bass, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Blurry Lol, you are an awesome person. Trust. Okay, we'll see. David, what's up, buddy? Glad to hear. Yeah. Shadow subscribing now. Hope you feel better soon, though. Thanks, Shadow. I appreciate it. The subscription does help out. It really does. David, can't wait for Friday. Always in a good mood. Good mood on Fridays. Why is that, David? Why does Friday bring the great moods? Hello, my name is Blake Brackett. How are you all today? Blake, I am doing quite well. How are you doing, sir? Susan, oh my stars, greetings, dears. You were humming. Are you were you saying "Come Together" by John Lennon? And you thought you joined while you sang quietly? Is that what you were doing, Susan? Dude, I guess it's the start of the weekend. Well, I mean, I guess unless you're me and Friday starts my work week technically, but I don't really care. I've never really understood the whole like to me the whole like, oh hey, it's Friday, it's the best thing ever. I was like, I never got that because I was just like, it's another day. But that's just my take on it. Like when I would when it would be Friday, I was like, yeah, I get 2 days off of school when I was younger. But then I just went right to work the next 2 days. So I was like, day is day. And I just kind of like go with it. I guess it might just be because I never had something like really big to look forward to on a Friday. Cause like I've always liked Tuesdays. Cause Tuesdays have typically always been when I've played tennis. Like even when I was in high school, we had winter training or over winter break or just in the off season. That was always on Tuesday night. So for me, I always enjoyed Tuesday a lot. But Friday for me, I was just like, yeah, it's cool. I don't know. To me, it wasn't as cool. I was the weird kid though. Blake Amara can't complain, sitting here watching the comments and stuff. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's all you want to do, Blake. And hey, I'm glad you're here, man. Stick guy, hello, sir. Back to you. How are we doing? Blurry, you have constantly disliked Fridays even with school. Interesting. Taryn, hello. How are you? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Stick guy said hello again. Very nice. Susan, your father always said, Susan, mind your words. They're more powerful than you think. Very true. Don't curse. Yes, words are very powerful. It is a. They're quite literally what shaped the world because that is how we communicate. That is how our ideas are formed. That is how we interact with one another. Words are one of the most powerful things. You can uplift someone's day. You can absolutely ruin someone's day with your words. Your dad was on the money. Your dad was on the money there, Susan. J Dog. I don't have Alexa, so I cannot. Shadow feels pretty relaxing just sitting in here. Hey man, we're just here. We're just here to hang out, have fun. If tennis talk comes about from it, just because that's typically my little like area of expertise in terms of like the gear, so like tennis rackets, shoes, or strings, then we'll talk about that. We'll have fun, but other than that, we just kind of hang out, man. Talk about whatever. Day this Saturday we have a work Christmas party. You almost want to say it's like we have work on Saturday. I mean, if you don't actually have to do work and they're like giving you free food and maybe a company Christmas present, I think it might be fine or worth it. I don't know though. I don't know necessarily what they're planning on doing, but if you guys don't have to do anything, because I believe, David, if I'm not wrong, you're in like HVAC, then if if you guys don't have to install anything, it's like, hey, win for you. Blake, you like Christmas, you like the holidays, you're getting a dirt bike you get for Christmas. Very nice, Blake. Very cool. How do you know? Did they already give it to you, or did they just say, "Hey, you're gonna get a dirt bike"? David, yeah, we're at a steakhouse this year. It'll be cool. No service, just dinner and vibes. Hey, sometimes that's all you need, man. Especially since the company's taking you out to do it. I might as well go out, enjoy it, talk to your friends at work if you got any. If you don't, maybe you make some new ones. We'll see. Who knows? Shadow, you love Christmas too. It's your favorite time of the year. Very nice. Mhm. Blake, they said, hey, you're going to get a dirt bike. That's what they said. Well, hey, straightforward to the point. You know what you're going to get. So I like it. I like the straightforward approach. David, they're cool guys, I guess. I would hope they're cool guys, David. They're hanging out with you. Kind of normies compared to you though. In what way? Define normie for us. What? They don't get as excited about polyester strings inside of a tennis racket and how that's going to change how the ball moves the air. Blurry, love that. Totally, normies can be weird, lol. True. These guys are just the average blue collar dude. Haha. I gotcha. The big sports guy is like, do they watch American football? Because for some reason, David, I want to say if I'm remembering right, you're not in the U.S. Boy, oh my, your stepdad was a blue collar dude. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being blue collar. Those guys do a lot, like fa farmers, HVAC, electricians, mechanics. Those guys are awesome. Like without them, we don't have much of a world at all. So I have an immense amount of respect for them. It just sometimes can be hard to relate to when you are not in that kind of work with them because it's like, yeah, that's great. I can't personally relate to it just because I don't do it. But I've a HVAC and blue collar, very, very great guys. And every one of them that I've typically met has been a nice dude. Like he's been awesome. Let's see. Blur it. Yes, basically the three other guys you work with don't play sports. Interesting. Okay. Totally, you've never been into sports much. That's fair. Not for everyone. Oh, for sure, we watch the NFL. We have Canadian football, which is only three downs and a wider field. Interesting, but people don't really care a little. Plus, the border for US is literally 10 minutes from me. You can feel the cold of the river on your. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Allie, no one's bragging. Exactly, blurry. No one's bragging. It's just a bot. Blake, you have football games Friday nights. You played Ashland. You play football. People people make fun of you. Well, that's stupid. Like they shouldn't make fun of you for that. Hey man, is bro in a dorm? Nah, I'm not in a dorm. I'm just in an old room of a house. David, so in your city we're especially influenced by America. Yeah, if you're 10 minutes from the border, I could I could see that, David. You're not a huge fan of football. You like hockey though, and basketball, and tennis, of course, but badminton too. Well, nice. Ugh, excuse me. That was weird. Anyway, let's sorry. Eager people make fun of you because you like girls. Well, that's not cool either. Like Shadow said, that's pretty stupid. Yeah, don't let them get your spirits down. That's don't let them. We're here for you. We won't make fun of you. The blurry bots are not your friend. That's fair. I don't know too many people that are fans of bots or anything. To air, why am I wearing a onesie? I'm not. This is a jacket, bruh. And then this is just a plain gray shirt. Yeah. And it's long sleeve too. David, sometimes you feel like people judge you too, but you got to get out of your own head sometimes. Well, yeah, we're. Thank you, Jordanish. I appreciate the compliment about the glasses. But David, yeah, we all get judged all the time. The only thing about being judged or judging something, the only time it starts to become a problem is when you say whether that judgment is a good thing or a bad thing. Especially, so that's why it's like with most judgment, it's like we're gonna judge regardless. We're human, so as long as you don't say the judgment is a great or a worse thing, so it's not anything like, eh, or some of the judgments can be twisted in the comments if you think about it. Pretty much everything can be, because it's like one of the things that I've noticed, especially uh, if you guys stay around and chat long enough, or if you go and look at some of the other or past live streams I've done, I get judged all the time. Both A, the glasses, B, my ceiling, C, whatever I'm wearing. And it's just like, oh. And you just after you get judged for long enough, you just kind of like start being like, that's someone that they're just still talking about me, and I have no clue who they are, so it's kinda like, who really won here? Let's see. Duck, that's quite the horse blanket. What horse blanket? Are you referring to my jacket? Chat, exactly, everybody got judged before, so you're not alone. Yeah. David, you gotta remind yourself that you deserve to be happy and confident too, as long as you're not stepping on people's toes. You don't mind when people are confident and happy around me, so I I'd hope I get to be the same way around others too. David, just gotta do it. Just be confident and have fun, man. Like we've talked about on here before. We only get one life. Might as well just like ball out, have fun. And if you're confident, great. Most confident people, most of the time, you're around sometimes people that may not be as confident. It's infectious. They start to get more confident, and they're like, "That's because of you, David. Go for it, man. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's legal, of course." Judge based on patterns. Interesting. Malika, hello from Sri Lanka. Thanks for being here all the way in Sri Lanka, Malika. How are you doing? My day, I'm from the U.S., but my day's going pretty good. We're having a good time streaming, having anything. We're just having a great time. You're judging yourself for not having those glasses. I mean, you can judge yourself. Just don't say whether it's a good or a bad thing. Malika, Merry Christmas. Merry early Christmas to you as well, Malika. Miss Tiara, Brody, how are you tonight? I'm doing good, Miss Tiara. We're starting to get back to the last I'd say to the last half of the sickness, and then it's almost over, it's almost done. We're almost out of it, so we're doing good. Blake, your words got power, your words got doesn't yes, your words do have power, Blake. Doug, yeah, it looks like a Pueblo horse blanket. Interesting. Oh, I know it's warm. I don't know anything about it being a horse blanket. Shadow, for real, just have your fun since you only got one life. YOLO, interesting. David, true, it's good if you can uplift people. You're wondering if you do that enough now in life. I think I think it kind of like comes in different time frames, David, because you can be a very uplifting force for people around you, but it's usually when they see you doing something that they thought they couldn't. So like when I've had people talk to me and I've just been in conversation with them, have we've just been conversating about like I don't know something I was doing for like my own personal finances or something I was doing for work or something I was doing for like when I was in college or anything. They're like, "How are you doing?" And then I was just explaining it to them. And then now that they've seen that someone that is close to them and like physically in relation to them, in terms of both like they can physically like reach out and like I'm a real human instead of like being through the screen thinking I'm not non-existent, as well as just being able to have me easily like lay out the steps of like I did this and then this and then this and then this. And then they're just like, "Oh." It just kind of I think helps to empower them to go forth and to do something like that for themselves. There was actually a gentleman that was in one of these chats before. His name was Sadamed. If you remember him, David, you might have been in here when he was in here once. He was asking me um how I was being able to stay so consistent with doing these live streams every day because like I said, I set the goal to do the live streams for at least half an hour every day for the rest of 2025. And then he saw the backlog on my channel of me actually doing live streams, and he saw me day after day. And he's like, you know what? You've inspired me and you've uplifted me in order to go and try and better his life. So I think it's more of like you can uplift people but by your words, but I think your actions, David, will show it more, especially if the more people know about what you're doing. Or even if you go ghost mode and just like disappear, but then you come back and you're just better than what you say, then you can just kind of be like, yeah, this is what I did. Everyone sees the results you got, and you're like, oh, okay, let's talk. I always love to spread positivity since it feels satisfying to see others happy. Interesting, very nice. Uh, Castilian, I have no clue what you're talking about. Jordanish, do I like Magic the Gathering? I like it. I don't play it that often just because I was more of a Yu Gi Oh kid growing up. My friend tried to get me into Magic, and I think somewhere I have a Magic deck, but I never really got that far into it. Big Yu Gi Oh guy right here, at least for in person children's card games. Although I don't know if you would necessarily consider Magic a children's card game. Let's just say trading card games. I like that. I like that one better. That descriptor better. Miss Tierra, good to hear. Yeah, you have to let it run its course. Yeah, sometimes you just do. Oh, Rhino, best British accent, ready, go. And you just said something about 40 quid. Interesting. Thought, slay, truth, or dare? Uh, maybe, potentially we'll do truth. We'll see. Jonathan, hello. Mustafa's, hello. Turtle, I do not know what that is, so no. Kachow, you're right. Interesting, okay. David, just be you. Dang. I wonder if from all of that. David, hold on. Let me see. You guess you get in your own way. You know how tall the mountain you have to climb it, so you stay pretty humble usually. Uh, you just hope it's not taken for weakness. Did you get David? Do I need to like slap you across the face a few times through the phone? The fact is, like, yes, you know how high the mountain's going to be and how tall the mountain is. That's the big thing. But instead of that being the thing that like gets you down, or that's the thing that's like scaring you, that's the thing that should excite you the most, David. Because the bigger that mountain is, the more you get to climb, the higher up you get to see, and it's usually a much nicer view at the top once you get there. And the thing is, it's all just a game, bro. Because as soon as you get to that top of the mountain, there's gonna be another new one, and then another one, and then another one. You get to have as much fun as you want. You get to do whatever you want. It's life is just a game. You just got to figure out what game you want to play. Do you want to keep growing? Do you want to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Keep climbing higher and higher mountains? Keep doing more and more stuff? Or do you like climb 2 or 3 and then chill out for a bit? Be like, let me take in the view. Let me see what's going on. And then a little bit after that, you're like, all right, I've been here long enough. Up again we go. It's whatever you want to do, man. But no, don't ever let the mountain or anything scare you and stop you from doing something, David. You're here as a what isn't it like a 1 in a trillion chance that of being born? So nah, man. Do big things. You want to do big things just because you said you see how tall the mountain is. So it's like, do big stuff. And if you miss, okay, course correct. It's if you don't die, you still win. So do what you want, man. And if you need encouragement or if you need someone to kick you into gear, I'm right here. Don't think you have to do it alone, David. Let's see. Jonathan, there is not a ceiling fan. Turtle, I don't know what that I do not know what that is, so I'm gonna say no. Jake, you're gonna donate 500? 500 what? You're Danish. You look like a cool guy that plays TCGs. I mean, what can I say? If that's what you think. Taryn, you really hope sometime you talk about tennis. You know it's difficult when people want to talk to you. Taryn, I'm just kind of here to have fun and talk about whatever. If we talk about tennis, that's great. If we don't, we just hang out and talk about even more. It's amazing. It's amazing either way. David, did you guys see that Tencom said the Technofiber T5 is his racket of the year over the E-Zone, which is nuts, lol? See, I didn't watch Tencom's video. However, the E-Zone for me would not be the racket of the year either. I would not put the E-Zone as my racket of the year. Just based specifically off of what I enjoyed playing with more. If I'm going based off of sales, then it's the E-Zone by a mile. Like the E-Zone blew everything else out of the water in terms of how popular and how much it sold. But if we're going based off strictly what I would enjoy playing with more or what I would choose for my racket, the E-Zone is not my answer. Like Tencom. So I could see where he's coming from. Let's see. What's up, William? How you been? Jay, you're gonna donate 1 million USD. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you did. I appreciate it. Analogy, what's up? Blake, could you set the alarm, make fun of what you do? Did your words have power on what you do? Walk away. Which one? Blake, Blake, what are you trying to ask? Void, no one's doing that. Beans, this is part of my home, yes. Raphael, no you cannot. Rebar, no you cannot. William, what happened to David, may I ask? Nothing. Nothing happened to David. He's just doubting himself a little, and I was giving him a pep talk through the phone and being like, "Hey, man, you're special. You matter. You can do great things. Just don't get in your way. And if he needs help or needs someone to like kick him back into gear, I'm right here for him." Sandra, thank you. Appreciate it. Shadow, we're a pretty supportive bunch here, deep. Yeah. And Shadow, you're new too, so it's like, yeah. LA, no, we did not. I don't play Roblox. Beans, I don't bring women here, do I? Not usually. I also don't bring men here. I don't invite people to my house. I go to their house or wherever we want to go. But I don't invite people to where I live. David, you appreciate that, man. You have a great attitude. If I'm gonna learn anything from you, it's that. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the attitude. Maybe it'll be something else. Or you'll just learn a ton. I don't know. Aren't we about like the same age, dude? Like, aren't you also in like aren't you also somewhere in your 20s, David, if I remember right? Because we're not that far. I know we're not that far away, like country wise. I just don't remember how far away we were in terms of like age. Babe, you say my channel lacks interest. Go eat a sour pickle. I will not do that. And if my channel lacks interest, why are you here, buddy? Yeah, it was obviously interesting enough for you to come back, so good. Why should others invite you when you don't invite them? I didn't say they should. I don't think they should. But if they do, then I will accept the offer. And I am starting and I am starting to reach out more to my friends and everything to try and like go get lunch or go get dinner or see how they're doing just because I don't tend to do that on my own. And so I'm working on doing that more and more just because I want to see my friends. I hope they're doing well. So I just want to see how they're doing too. Blake, if someone makes fun of you, do you walk away or do the words have power? You try to say, does other people's words do they have power? Gotcha. So, Blake, if someone makes fun of you, do you walk away or do the words have power? You can walk away, which I would say is probably the both easy and hard thing to do. Easy because you can physically just walk away. Hard because you kind of are like get into that like defensive mode of like, ooh, I want to say something back just to like try and like protect yourself and because you're defensive. But the words have as much power the words have as much power as you give them. So like if you hear what they say and you hear what they make fun of you about and you let that ruin your day or ruin your week or ruin your month, you gave their words all of that power to change how you behave and how you feel. So, if you just take what they said and that let's use me as an example. A lot of people on these streams, especially in the previous ones, if you look back, they have said things like you'll never amount to anything. They have said things like you look like a homosexual. They said scrawny looking white kid. So yeah, you get you get all the licks, all the hate, all the raps. It's just gonna happen. People aren't gonna like you. It's gonna happen. But if you quite literally just don't care and you laugh at them, the biggest thing you could do is be like, okay, and then what are they gonna do? It's just funny. You see them get flustered, and then they can't like say anything else because they were trying to get like you to actually be mad, and then when you're not mad, they just, like, cannot understand it, so they just break down, and it's hilarious. But no, the words have as much power as you give them, Blake, so it's up to you, but if someone says something bad, yeah, that sucks. If not, then it's like you can get out of it pretty easy. David just turned 30 this September. Nice. We like it, David. Your 30s are going to be even better than your 20s because you're going to climb that mountain and do what you want. Bay, I'm cool when you're just scrolling. Nice. Appreciate it. Blake, you like golf and baseball. Very cool. William, last night you played with the Torland Wasabi plus Enzo. Must admit, it's pretty freaking good. Okay, what'd you like about it? What'd you like about it, William? What are we thinking? How'd we feel with it? David, yeah, man, it's time to spread more joy. That's about it, man. Do it. Have fun. Taryn, what music do I listen to? Music I listen to is, I think, on whatever Wrapped thing I had for whatever music app I was listening to, besides whatever I listened to on YouTube. I think it said my top one was pop and just other stuff like that. So I'm usually listening to pop, apparently. I'm a big fan of Broadway musicals, like show tunes. Big fan of those. Also like being in them. I've done quite a few shows and musicals in my past. As as well as I think they said my top artist so far this year was John Mayer. I recently got into John Mayer more and more. Like I'd liked him before, but I found a few more songs I just like really, really listened to on repeat. So John Mayer's always cool. And then a lot of stuff before like 2010 or before Auto Tune came out. You'll probably find me there at some point. Like 60s, 70s, very big fan of. My favorite band is the Bee Gees, so big 70s fan. So bunch of great stuff like that. I'm also getting more and more into yacht rock every day for some reason. Don't know why, just am. Bay, words hurt, ignore and walk away. Con sticks and stones, baby. Yep. Bay, never care what anyone says. Things about you, keep it moving. Like it. What's up, Scott? How you doing, bro? Your response is always, you hate yourself more than you hate me. I promise. That's a crazy response, dude. I do have to admit that. Mason, hello. Hope you're having a good day. I am Mason. I hope you're having a great day as well. Just plain psychotic. Is that really true? You feel like now that you're in the now that you're 30, the best years are behind me, / you missed out on everything. Why now psychotic? I will say, I am not 30. I'm 24. But David just turned 30. And the thing is, you're 30 years old, dude. You can do almost anything you want, and you arguably may have more resources than say that I would now at 24. You may have more money, you may have a better job, you may even have a house. I don't. I don't have a house. I have a job. You probably have more money than me, but you can do whatever you want. You're an adult. I'm still trying to figure out everything. You may still be trying to figure out everything too, but you've got more experience on me. So you might as well be like, oh, hey, man, I can do whatever I want and just have fun with it. It'll be a great time. And then as long as you look forward, you keep moving forward, you go towards a destination, you go towards a goal. Yeah, you can look back, reflect, be like, maybe this wasn't what I wanted. So now you have even a bigger reason as to why, like, hey, now that I am 30, I got to make something happen. I got to do something. And then it's just an even bigger driving force for you. And then you can do even more. But that's my take on it, psychotic, from the 24-year-old who is not 30. So take with it what you will. All right. We've hit the 45-minute mark. I will get to the bottom of chat and then we are going to go. As you could hear when I was talking just there, my voice wasn't holding up that much. So I'm not going to try and overdo my voice. So I'll get to the bottom of chat and then I'm gonna get on out of here. So that way I can keep keep the voice alive, fresh, and actually able to be functional. Bay, you listen to 80s and 90s. Good eras, I will say. Some great songs from the 80s and 90s as well. Taryn, nice. Yeah. Let's see. Psychotic, you'll get hate for this one, but Jefferson Starship, #1. I will not hate. I do like Jefferson Starship. I do. I do. There are a few songs of theirs that I do like. I can't remember it off the top of my name, but I do like Jefferson Starship, Psychotic. So you're not alone in that. Claire, do I like Stranger Things? I've never seen Stranger Things, so I would say not really. Just because I've never watched it. Let's see. David, oh yeah, you've moved back in with your family, your dad, and me having an agreement. If I pay off the rest of the mortgage, the house is mine. Well, nice. Do you want that house, David? That's the question. Or are you just doing it because they want you to have a house? Because if that's the case, you have to see if you even want that house. If that's really what you want. Bay, you think I'm cute, interesting. You're a 5'10", 160, 165. Very cool. Scott, dang, we're getting deep tonight. You should change the title of this live to Words of Wisdom with Brody. I don't necessarily know if I can say it's words of wisdom just because I'm 24 and I don't know if that can necessarily be me imparting wisdom on people. But we'll see, Scott. We didn't really talk too much about tennis tonight, so I may change the title from answering tennis gear questions live to just like I don't know, hanging out for 45 minutes or just talking about whatever for 45 minutes. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Dave, marriage isn't around the corner, but maybe it's better that way till the right lady comes around. But till then, you just want to finish your apprenticeship, play lots of sports with cool people. Of course. Well, David, who knows? Maybe one of those cool people you'll meet playing sports is going to be the future wife. Could happen. I have a friend that quite literally met her fiance because he was from Ireland. He was traveling to the city we were both close to, and they ended up meeting at some event in the city that my friend went to on a random invite from one of her friends. And now they're basically doing almost like 90-day fiance. He's been approved for the marriage visa. As soon as he steps foot here on U.S. soil, they have 90 days to get married, or else he gets shipped back to Ireland. But it's crazy how you'll meet the one for you. I don't know how. I don't have one of those right now. It seems you don't either. I just have myself currently, tennis, and then apparently co-host Kirby. Because co-host Kirby had to make his appearance before we leave. And like I said, I was going to get to the bottom of chat, and then we are going to leave. So co-host Kirby had to make his appearance. And I had to try and find some way to segue him in and bring him into this. So it just ended up being right there. They, of course, well, yeah. Bay, you own your own 2-bedroom home in Oakland, California. Very cool. Oakland. I didn't know California had an Oakland. Scott, nah, you're wise. Shut up. We'll see, Scott. I got a lot of life still to live to see if that ends up being true. Bay, you're in an expensive housing market. Well, yeah, it's California, dude. Everything's expensive there. Blaze, hi, how's your day slash night going? Happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you as well, Blaze. The day and night have been going pretty good. We are going. We're making sure that my voice doesn't give out on me because I've been fighting back a sickness. We're finally starting to win, and yeah, that's what's been going on with me. But I hope you're having a great day as well, Blaze. Thanks for being here. Abdul, you're devastated because exams start next week. Probability, stats, and thermodynamics are killing you. Give you some motivation, please. Abdul, I don't know. I don't necessarily know about motivation for this, but you just gotta think about it like this: you got 1 week left, and then you're done. The semester's over. You can relax. You can chill. You've been doing statistics and probability and thermodynamics. Thermodynamics. You've been doing it the whole semester, maybe even the whole year. You know what you're doing. You're gonna do great. You're gonna have a great time. And as soon as it's over, you'll just relax. You'll plop into a chair, kind of like what I'm in, or something similar, and just go, oh. You'll breathe a sigh of relief after it's all done, and you are going to have a great, great vacation away from school. Yeah. You just got to get through finals, man. You will. You'll do amazing. And then you can take a breather for a little bit. All right. Hope that helps, buddy. David, hell yeah, man. Lol. Kirby, William said hello. Say hello. He waved his sword. He said hello. Leave me alone. Hello, I just found this. Lol. Well, leave me alone. I'm sorry that you just found it because we're heading out of here. Uh, because as the stream says, it was 45 minutes. We're a little over that, but I'm trying not to ruin my voice. I'm trying not to ruin my voice because I'm coming off of fighting a sickness, and my voice will start to like give out on me. So, as you could hear from the cough, so I'm trying not to overdo it, buddy. But don't worry, leave me alone. Don't worry, I will be back for another stream. We'll be back again tomorrow night, probably starting around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is quite typically when I start these streams because that has been the time that works best for myself. And yeah, we will be back. And we'll be back for at least half an hour each day for the rest of 2025. That was the commitment I made to myself in order to stay consistent at something so that way I can prove to myself, hey, I can be consistent at something and actually do things that will help me. So, with that being said, Curbster and we're going to get out of here because my voice needs to rest. And my body probably does too. It's just not telling me that yet. Yes. Queer, what is it? I'll just say because I can't figure out how to pronounce the rest of your name. Yes, I will be consistent. Thank you for the belief. I appreciate it. So does Kirby. And with that being said, everyone, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. You took time out of your day to come here, hang out, just chill with me and Kirby for the little bit he was here. And, and yeah, we really, really appreciate it. So, with that being said, as always,